What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Hardcore and the Casual podcast. I am your host, Justin, and I am joined, as always, by Elijah. It has been too long, and I am sick of seeing you in that seat. But I won last week, so I'm very happy. I'm sitting here as the champ. We are going to run down the card from last week, Anthony Hernandez versus Roman Dolidze. We are going to give predictions for the next pay-per-view coming up. By this point, you guys are seeing this probably tomorrow. It'll probably be tomorrow. Chimaev versus D.D.P. We're going to run down the entire card, give our predictions for the entire card. If you want to skip ahead from the early prelims, when we get to the predictions, we're going to do it like halfway through the show. If you want to skip past the early prelim predictions, be my guest. But we are going to do them all just for fairness, because he is good at predicting undercard fights, and I'm good at predicting main card fights, so you got to give him a chance every now and again. You know, I'm like 900-time champion. I've defended the belt more times than I can count. You know, it's just not fair anymore. You need some opportunities. Really? Yeah. I think I've held the title like probably 2/3 of the time we've had this podcast.
Double champ?
I've been double champ. You've not been double champ. You held the Battle for the Bank and the title. That's not double champ.
Have you done that?
I held this and the other title.
Longest
reign? Yeah, 100%. I'm the GOAT.
No,
What's there to argue here? I'm the GOAT.
Number one pound for pound.
What are you talking about? I'm the GOAT. I'm the GOAT at this stuff. I was able to predict like half of these fights. On the Topuria card, I guessed every single prediction right. Isn't that crazy? Remember the last pay-per-view? I see it right here. It's still written on the board. I got all the predictions right. Boom. What do you have to say about that? I'm the GOAT. You got none of them right.
Beginner's luck.
You got literally, I'm looking at it, you got none of them right.
Beginner's luck.
Beginner's luck. We've been doing this shit for like a year and a half now. Isn't that crazy? We've been doing this for like almost a year and a half now.
Yeah. This is certified hobby.
Yeah, it is a hobby. We hit 1,000 subscribers, so we're making a little bit of dough out of it.
Yeah.
It's not much of a hobby anymore if we're making like change. It's not much, it's change, but you know, we'll make it there. We're getting there.
Bread is bread.
You know, maybe an ad pops up right now. Thank you for giving us another like 5 cents, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we're going to get into this today. First, I want to give you a category that you're going to go through. I got 5 people, and you're going to rank them based from the worst grappler to the best grappler. So number 1 is going to be the worst grappler, and number 5 is going to be the best grappler. Okay? So remember that order. 5 is the best, 1 is the worst.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So first, we've got Surreal Gain.
1.
He's the worst grappler, you think?
He's the worst.
Okay. Very true, very true. Conor McGregor.
3.
3? You think he's like almost there? He's got some pretty good grappling, you think?
He has a pretty good takedown defense. I'll put it there.
Okay. Not much when he actually gets on the ground, but he can keep himself off the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. John Jones.
5.
5? Best grappler?
5.
You don't think I'm putting in anyone better than John Jones?
No.
Okay. Rose Namajunas. Thug Rose.
2.
2? Okay, so you think she's a worse grappler than Conor McGregor? You know she's been like a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt for like 15 years, right?
Yeah.
It's been like 15 years of her being like one of the best grapplers. Okay. You think Conor's better. That's fine. Last is Khabib, who goes in automatically in your number 4 spot.
No, he goes in 2.
No, he
goes in 4. Yeah.
So he's the second best grappler.
Yes.
Behind John Jones?
Yes.
You think John Jones is legit better than Khabib?
Yes.
And then Conor's right behind Khabib. You think it's right there, or do you think there's a bit of a gap there?
In terms of Conor and Khabib, like in terms of like a gap, well, there's obviously a gap.
Yeah.
But I think when we look at that fight, in terms of grappling, Conor lasted longer than I expect. You know, everyone's on the Khabib hype train, like, oh, he could have finished the fight early.
He could have.
And all this.
He could have easily finished the fight earlier.
But it's like you fought a Conor McGregor that wasn't focused, just came back after fighting arguably the best boxer of all time. Like he was more focused on his hands, and he was more focused on the money aspect and towards the fight. I think if Conor was more focused, he probably would have done a little better in the grappling. Probably would have done a little better. Probably would have ended the fight a little quicker.
You know he had 2 years to basically train to come back and fight Habib, right?
He was still unfocused.
If you say so. Yeah, that was my category. Congratulations, you passed the test. All right, I think it's time to move into our reactions to this fight night from last week. Anthony Hernandez goes out there and he just fucking ragdolls Roman Dolidze. It really, I mean, the first round seemed pretty competitive, and then slowly, round by round, it just got worse and worse and worse for Roman. He seemed to be gassed out after the second round, like literally gassed completely out after the second round, getting ragdolled. He was pulling guard. He was just trying to do anything he could to get out of there. Third round didn't go very smoothly either, and then fourth round, Anthony Hernandez gets him up against the cage. Roman starts pulling on the fence, like on the gate. He starts grabbing it. The ref takes a point. Herb Dean takes a point, which I've never seen someone do that without separating the fighters, telling them to break, then grabbing the hand, walking around, doing the one. He just took the point, left the fight going. Didn't stop the fight, just took the point, fight continued on. I've never seen that happen before. I don't think that's allowed. I'm pretty sure you have to stop the fight if you're going to take the point. You can't just do it during the action. But at the same time, it didn't really matter because 5 seconds later, Anthony Hernandez hit Roman with like 2 massive knees up against the cage, grabbed him by the neck, and literally dragged him to the middle of the cage. Like, took him from the cage, took him into the sleeper, or WWE fan here, I call it the sleeper for my entire life. The rear naked choke. He grabbed him with the rear naked choke, dragged him into the middle of the octagon. Roman was tapping while he was getting dragged. His ass was getting dragged. He was like, while he's getting dragged. And then Hernandez drops him. Roman collapses. Fight's over. Anthony Hernandez is one of the best in the world.
No.
What?
No, he's
Dude,
all right.
he dragged Roman Dolidze. He dragged Brendan Allen. He dragged Roman Kopylov. He's been literally bullying people. He's been he's on an 8-fight win streak.
I don't believe
he's number
the hype.
5 in the division now. He's been dragging people.
Listen.
Anthony Hernandez beats Alex Pereira right now.
No,
if Alex moves back down to middleweight, he'd beat him right now. He'd beat Izzy right now. He'd probably beat Robert Whittaker right now. The only people
You're
that he
talking
couldn't...
about washed up 30-year-olds. You're not talking about Dragic.
Okay, these are the top... These are still top 6 guys.
Chimaev.
Yeah, because D.D.P and Chimaev are the best 2 guys in the world. I don't think he can do that to those 2 guys. Those 2 will put up a better fight.
He can't do it to no one in that division.
But, yeah, he could. Or RDR. If he fights RDR tomorrow, that's a competitive fight.
Tell him to bulk up and fight Pereira. Tell him to bulk up.
No. He's already not a big guy. I really thought Anthony Hernandez was bigger than he was, but when he went in there with Roman Dolidze, Roman was like significantly bigger than him, and Anthony Hernandez was still dragging him around the octagon. And I thought that Anthony was a lot bigger. He didn't seem too big on that fight night. Still was able to do exactly what his game plan was. I think he could do that to literally anyone in the division other than maybe DDP and Chimaev. Those are the 2 guys where I don't know. RDR is close. I want to see that fight next. I think RDR versus Anthony Hernandez, title eliminator, makes a lot of sense. You do DDP versus Chimaev this Saturday. Winner fights the winner of Kaliyo Bahalio versus Amavov. And then the winner of that fight goes on to fight the winner of Anthony Hernandez versus RDR. I think that's an easy lineup for the middleweight division. You've got 3 big-time matchups coming up.
No, you got to put Izzy back in the mix.
No, dude, he needs another win.
You have to sell pay-per-views. It's not about wins. It's about pay-per-views.
It's about wins. He's lost like 3 in a row.
To the best.
Okay, and he needs to fight someone to actually get himself back into that conversation.
Where is he ranked?
Probably like 6 right now, 5.
4.
So he's still lost 3 in a row. He still needs to beat someone.
Lost 4.
So do you think he should get a title fight right now?
Yeah.
He lost to DDP already. He lost to Strickland, who's number 2. What are we talking about here?
He had an off night.
He lost to Amavov, who's number 1.
Off night.
He's lost to the 3 top guys in the division. Do you think he'd beat Chimaev?
Yes.
Izzy. We're talking about, you just called him a 30 8-year-old washed-up fighter. You literally just said that like 5 seconds ago.
I was talking about Whitaker.
Okay, that was one. I mentioned Izzy in that too, and you said you're talking about a bunch of washed-up fighters. So you think Izzy's washed? You don't? What are we talking about here?
If
Izzy's one of the best in the world,
listen,
but he's just not at the top of the division anymore.
Listen, if Izzy fought Chimaev, it would be a whole completely different fight. If he survives that first round, he's gonna pick Chimaev apart.
Yeah, but he doesn't survive the first round.
He does every time.
I don't think Izzy beats a lot of the guys in the top 5 right now. I think Anthony Hernandez whoops him. I think that RDR would be a good fight. I think Strickland whoops him again. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much that I can see him really doing. There's really not. Izzy is just a little bit past his prime now. I don't think he's going the Anderson Silva route where he's going to lose 8 in a row, but he's got to fight someone lower ranked than him. He doesn't get someone high ranked. He's not going to get the loser of Khalil Bahalio versus Amavov. He's not going to get the loser of D.D.P versus Chimaev. He's got to fight like Strickland or maybe do... I don't know. There's not many fights in the division for Izzy because I do agree with you. He should have big-time fights. He should be main eventing fight nights, co-main eventing pay-per-views. He's a big-time fighter, so he needs a big-time opponent. There's not many of those in the middleweight division right now other than a Sean Strickland, other than a now Anthony Hernandez. Other than that, there's not much going on. So I think that Anthony Hernandez is one of the best in the world. You can disagree all you want, but he's
not better than D.D.P.
I said one of the best in the world. You're talking about the best in the world. Of course, he's not the best in the world. He's not the champ. But he's one of the best in the world. Top 5. You're the best in the world. You think you'd go out there and you'd whoop Anthony Hernandez?
Look, if I went out in the UFC octagon, obviously I can't fight at my natural weight class, so I'm gonna cut down to about 260 so I can make heavyweight.
You're gonna cut down to 260?
Cut down to 260.
How much do you weigh?
I'm at what? I'm at 312 right now. 312.
I'm leaving. Get me the fuck out of here. Do the podcast yourself.
Come on, dude. Come back.
Dude, if you're 300 pounds, then I'm a fucking polar bear. What's going on here, dude?
I'm just very dense, you know? Very calorie dense.
Yeah. In the head. Very dense in the head.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You didn't see that one coming,
That's
did
a
you?
low ball.
Yeah, it is. All right, so there were some other fights that I want to talk about. We're not going to go through everything that was on this card. There wasn't really much to talk about. Christian Leroy Duncan gets the knockout in the first round over Eric Anders. That was a pretty cool showing from LDR. LDR? Yeah, I said that right? Yes. LDR. CLD. Sorry. Thinking RDR now. There wasn't much to talk about on the early prelims. The only thing I really want to talk about other than that is Steve Erceg getting the decision win over Ode Osborne. Fight wasn't looking very good for Steve Erceg at first. He got dropped in the first round by Ode. I thought the fight was going to be finished because he got knocked down and then he got dropped again, basically, kind of sat down. I really thought the fight was over there. Osborne was laying it on pretty thick, but he just does not have the ground game. And Steve Erceg started taking him down, grappling him out. First round after the knockdown, Steve Erceg started engaging in the wrestling right away and was very effective in it right away. So he saw that and he said, okay, I'm going to do that for the rest of the fight. So Steve Erceg went in there, tried to land a few boxing combinations, started landing some pretty good shots, and then started shooting takedowns, which opened up more shots for him to land on Ode.
Right.
And Ode really had nothing for him in the next 2 rounds. It seemed like he got tired halfway through the second round. He did take this fight on short notice, so take from that what you will, but I've seen Ode Osborne fight before. This isn't anything new, really. He's got really good striking, doesn't have ground game, doesn't have cardio. Not that he doesn't have either of those things. They're just not on par with his striking. I mean, you could see it from a mile away what was going to happen, but I mean, it was a good performance. He knocked down one of the best in the world. So, does he get a top 15 opponent? Maybe, but Steve Erceg definitely should be fighting high up in the rankings. I mean, the Alex Perez fight seems good now. That was what's supposed to be happening, but Alex Perez got taken out. I don't know what kind of injury he had, so maybe they can line that fight back up. But he's got to fight like a top 10 guy. Steve Erceg's really good. He got knocked down once. Did that thing just turn back on? No one called your name. Alexa, turn off the table light. That was odd. Yeah, but I mean, Steve Erceg's one of the best in the world. He's gotten knocked out by Kai France. He's the closest to beating Pantoja.
No, bro.
He's the closest to beating. No. Even if you don't think that Steve Erceg won that fight, he's still the closest to beating him.
Beating Pantoja.
No, that's not what I said though. He's the closest to have beaten him. Name me a closer fight with Pantoja.
Let me tell you something. Alex Pantoja is the GOAT of flyweight.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. He's like number 1, number 2. DJ had... I got a lot of flack for saying this online, but I said this in the comment section of an Instagram post. Demetrius Johnson's record is very deceptive. He might have had like 12 title wins in a row, but he won the title in like his 3rd fight, which means that if he took the route of Alexandre Pantoja and fought like 10 times before you even make it to the title, then most of his title defenses would have just been ranked opponents. He wouldn't, it was a brand new division. The talent pool wasn't there. He fought guys like, I think his name is like Casiaro, people that you've never heard of in your life. And these are his title defenses. It's like, Alexandre Pantoja in his last 5 fights already has a more stacked roster of names than Demetrius Johnson ever had. Demetrius Johnson's best wins are over Triple C and Joseph Benavidez. That's it. And the Triple C was a young rookie Triple C. That wasn't an old grizzled vet Triple C. He wasn't even Triple C at that point. He was 1C. He was the world champ, gold medalist in wrestling. That's good, but you could still see, obviously, there were so many flaws in his game that he later went on to fix and then become one of the best in the world. So that version of Triple C wasn't that good that Demetrius Johnson beat. And then we saw when Triple C got better, it was a closer fight. So I can agree with you. Alexandre Pantoja is arguably the GOAT of flyweight if you look at it from that perspective. That doesn't change the fact that Steve Erceg gave him the toughest fight of his career.
Absolutely
other than
not.
the ones that he's lost.
You can't argue that. You can't.
Okay, name a tougher fight for Pantoja. Name a tougher fight he's been in. You can't because it doesn't exist.
Davis and Figueiredo.
I said that he's lost, that he hasn't lost. Like Davis and Figueiredo beat him, but out of all the fights that Alexandre Pantoja won, who gave him the closest fight?
None of them.
It was Steve Erceg.
That wasn't the closest.
It was either him or it was Brandon Royval. Those are the only two that were close.
Every fight he had, he dominated.
Except for the Steve Erceg fight where he arguably lost.
I thought that fight he won 4-1.
I thought in that fight he lost 3-2. When I watched it live, I thought he lost 3-2. I thought Steve Erceg won 3 rounds.
How do you feel about rewatching it?
I still thought that it was arguably 3-2 Erceg.
Did we review that?
No, we didn't do it, but we could. We'll do a fight review. We got a lot of fight reviews to do. We haven't done one of those in a while.
First off, John Jones and Dominic Reyes.
Yeah, we got to do that one first because there's so many. We should just watch the 3rd round. There's no point of watching.
We have to watch every round.
There's no point in watching every round because the fight is judged round by round, and the only round we argue on is 3. I think we both agree that Reyes took the first 2 and Jones took the last 2. So it all comes down to yes, I know. So it all comes down to the 3rd round. So we should only have to watch the 3rd round. Because we agree on the first 2 and we agree on the last 2. So the 3rd round is the only one that matters.
So you agree that the 3rd round is a swing round?
No, I think that Dominic Reyes won. You think that John Jones...
he won?
I think Dominic Reyes won the 3rd round. You think John Jones won the 3rd round. So then we debate and we argue and we discuss and we figure it out who won the 3rd round.
Who do you
That's
think
the only
won the
round
fight?
that matters.
Who do you think won the
Dominic
fight?
Reyes, because he won 1, 2, and 3.
There's no way you think that when you score it off damage and you said you believe that John Jones put more damage in those last 2 rounds than Dominic Reyes did in the first 3 rounds.
That doesn't make those last 2 rounds 10-8 rounds. They're still 10-9s.
No, they're 10-8s.
They're still 10-9s.
Those are championship rounds, so they're graded on a higher scale.
No, they're not.
That's
There's
what Dana
no
White
different
says.
scaling for but he's not a judge.
He's
not a judge. Listen,
he makes the rules.
No, they were 10-9 rounds. They were not 10-8 rounds, which means still it all comes down to the third fucking round. That's all that I'm saying is the third round is the one that matters. The last two, John Jones won. The first two, Dominic Reyes won. The third round, if you want to argue, it's up in the air. It's up in the air.
How decisively did he win those first 2 rounds?
Very decisively. The first 2 rounds, Dominic Reyes clearly won the first 2 rounds. He dropped Jones in the first round.
That was a slip.
It was a body shot. He dropped him with a body shot.
That was a slip. That was a slip.
If you say so.
That was a slip.
John Jones, the last 2 rounds, yeah, John Jones was beating the shit out of him, landed more damage.
John Jones, you know what he was doing? He was stalking him the whole fight.
He landed more damage in the last 2 rounds than Reyes landed in the first 3. I agree with that, but that's not how fights are scored. That's just not how it's scored. Yeah, I agree with you. More damage in the last 2 rounds than Reyes had in the first 3. 100% agree. That's not how fights are scored. We can acknowledge that but still saying with the rules that are put in front of us, it all comes down to the third round.
Okay, let's say we acknowledge it, right? Now, if we look at that fight and we look like, okay, what was actually happening? We see John Jones having Reyes on the back foot the whole time. He's hitting him, but he's on the back foot the whole time.
Jones landed like 2 strikes in the third round. He landed like 2. So he wasn't having Reyes on the back foot in the third round. That was the 4th and the 5th, which we already agreed that was John Jones' round. Any hardcore fans of the hardcore and the casual are so sick of us talking about this. Because we talk about anyone who's watched like almost every episode. I don't think there's anyone that's watched almost every episode of us. But if we do have a hardcore fan out there, leave it in the comments below. We did have a comment from last week, so I will be doing that at the end of the episode. Once again,
royalty treatment.
Once again, if you guys have a comment on our last episode, we will read it out. We will read your name, the comment, and we will talk about the comment live on air at the end of the show. So we will be doing that today. We have a comment from last week, so at the end of the show, we'll do that. But leave it in the comments below if you've watched a lot of episodes of the hardcore and the casual. Let us know how many times do you remember us talking about this? Because if you guys have to remember us talking about this because we talk about it like every other week. I'm sure they're getting so sick of us debating the same topic. We just got to do it. We just got to have the podcast where we watch the thing and we judge it. We score it. All right? We'll do that. Now, do you have a category for me? Because we got to get back on topic here. We got to stop talking about Jones and Reyes. We could go for an hour.
Rank these 5 fighters based on effective grappling.
Effective. Oh, so we both went for a grappling category. I went for worst. You went for best.
But
so effective, not the best. Effective.
1 being the best, 5 being the worst.
What is your definition of effective? Is it my definition of effective, or is it yours?
Effective grappling, as in using grappling as a way to win, like not only like grappling into submissions, grappling into a way to finish the fight.
So grappling as a way to finish the fight. So Merab would probably fall at 5 if you have Merab on the list.
Yeah,
because he's effective, but he's not like. All right, just give me the list. I'll go by my own metrics. I'll explain as I go.
Ilia Topuria.
1 is the best, 5 is the worst?
Yes.
All right. Effective grappling, I'd have to put him at 4. Because he has good grappling, but he's not very effective with it. Like, he doesn't use it very offensively.
Okay.
So. Next up.
Islam.
Effective grappling, number 2. Because I think you might give me someone better that I'm not thinking of right now. But number 2. He has to be number 2. He's got, like, how many finishes using his grappling, so.
Tai Tuivasa.
Number 5. Thank God. Yes, you left that spot open. Number 5. He had Gain dead to rights on the ground, and he didn't follow him down and try and grapple him. You could have tried it. He didn't.
John Jones.
What positions do I have open?
You have 1, and you have
3? Because I put
1 and 3.
1 and 3. Fuck, I don't know who you're gonna put as your last name. You know what? I'm gonna go 3 because Jones has like 2 finishes by submission in his entire career.
At 1, you have D.D.P.
Submitted Izzy. Got a couple takedowns on Strickland. He's not. Yeah, I get. No, he's not. He's not better than Islam or Jones. But I mean, that would have been perfect if I put Jones at 1.
Yeah, I should have said DDP first, but I wanted to I wanted to test you.
No, honestly, it would have been Islam at 1, Jones at 2, DDP at 3. That's how I would put it. But that's just me.
I think Islam and John Jones are both good all around fighters. I think what makes them both good is that they're good all around.
What does Islam have to do to become the GOAT?
Huh?
How many more fights does Islam have to win to become the GOAT? Like the greatest of all time. Take John Jones' spot. How many more fights does he have to win? Note, he's already at 15 wins in a row. Next fight, if he wins one more fight, he's tied with Anderson Silva for the most UFC wins in a row ever. In just one more fight. He'll be 2 division world champ in one more fight if he wins.
I don't know. I think Islam has the credits to be the GOAT. Because you know how like in basketball, like anyone could throw out a couple names for the GOAT. Like with UFC, it's really like a couple names. Like some people say Khabib. Like we can't accredit for Khabib's prior history. But with John Jones, I mean, the UFC is an American company. He fits the true American asshole jerk vibes that he had. Like
that doesn't make you pound for pound, though.
It makes him the GOAT. It makes him the GOAT. No, what he does out of the octagon and in the octagon combined makes him a true American GOAT.
You mean hitting and running on pregnant women and getting arrested in New Mexico and doing cocaine and steroids?
Doesn't get more American than that. Look at our presidents.
Oh my God, that was great. Oh my God, my ribs hurt. Oh my God, that was great. Oh yeah, John Jones is very American, isn't he? All right. After that, I think we can move on now. Okay, I think it's time to make our predictions for UFC 319. Wow, I'm losing track of time. Jesus, fuck, I'm getting old.
Dang, it was just UFC 298.
I know, right, dude?
Then just 300.
Ilia Topuria was just beating Alexander Volkanovski. That was 98, by the way. 298. That was Volkanovski versus Ilia.
Dang, I remember UFC 286.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Do you know who was headlining UFC 286?
Was 286 the card where you started No, it couldn't have been. 286 would have been...
You just talked about these fighters not too long ago.
Oh, is it Jones and Gain? It's either Jones and Gain.
No, Izzy and Pereira.
Oh, was that Izzy and Pereira? Was that their first fight?
Mm-hmm.
It had to be their first fight because their second fight would have been a couple months later at 91. I think their fight was at 91, their second fight. All right, this isn't a trivia time. Battle for the Bank will be coming one day. I've been very, very lackadaisical about the Battle for the Bank episodes. We just don't get enough views for all the work that goes into it. You guys got to go back and start watching our Battle for the Bank episodes. If you guys go back and start watching them, I'll make more of them. If you guys enjoy them, there's just a lot of work, and I don't see a lot of people loving them, so... haven't really been motivated to do those types of videos. But if you guys like them, leave it in the comments below and I'll do more. You just got to let us know.
All I do is win.
You don't win. You won once. And we did it like 4 times.
And I had the longest reigning defending of all time.
No, you didn't. That's not true. That's untrue.
History.
You're lying to our fans. You are lying to our fans. All 3 of them. All three of our fans. You're lying to all of them.
I actually had a chance at triple champ. Briefcase holder and double champ.
That's not how it works, but okay. All right. It's time for predictions. We're starting from the early prelims, making our way up to the main card. If you want to skip forward to the main card, skip ahead a little bit, maybe like 5 minutes, and you'll get to the main card. But we're going to go through the entire thing because it's fun. All right. First fight, flyweight bout. We have... Wow, they're already tested my patience right at the beginning. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Albai Idris versus Joseph Morales. So AI is 11-0, and JM is 13-2. This is a flyweight bout. A lot of the times these undefeated guys on the early prelims usually win. So I'm gonna go with 3, 2, 1.
JM.
I got AI.
I got Jeremy Michaels.
AI's taking over the world. All right. Next up, we've got Karina Silva, something like that, versus Done Barboza. The first girl is 18-5, and the second one is 8-3. So either KS 18-5 or DB 8-3. 3, 2, 1, flip.
KS.
I got KS. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Both got Silva.
That's your first loss.
We both have the same thing. All right. Brian Battle versus Nursultan Ruzaboyev. This is a good fight. Why is Brian Battle going back up to middleweight? What's that about? He was doing really good at welterweight. What, can he not make it down there anymore? That's odd. And I thought Ruzaboyev was a welterweight too. What's going on here? I thought they were both fighting at welterweight.
Both got caught up for using IVs.
I'm not it's probably not wrong. All right, so either Brian Battle or Nursultan Ruzaboyev. All right, 3, 2, 1. I've got Nursultan Ruzaboyev. You have Brian Battle. All right. I want Brian Battle to win. I just think Nursultan's going to win. All right, next up we have the GOAT, Edson Barboza, the dude that on UFC 4 beat my ass so many times on the My Career mode that I quit playing the game entirely. I literally have not played since he leg kicked the fuck out of me and I couldn't beat him. Once again, leave in the comments below, have you tried to fight Edson Barboza on hard mode on My Career mode on UFC 4? If you have, let me know how that went, because I lost to him 3 fucking times. I beat everyone else, literally everyone else. Everyone else I smoked. Edson Barboza is apparently the GOAT in UFC 4. He is going to be taking on Klaus. Drakkar Klaus. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Edson Barboza is 24-12. Klaus is 15-3-1. Seems like a fight that would have happened in like 2016. All right. 3, 2, 1. Edson Barboza. He's the GOAT. Motherfucker. Fuck that dude. No, not personally. Just the video game character of Edson Barboza. Fuck that dude. Fuck him hard. Wait, what? Bobby Green is not on the card anymore?
Got fired.
What is going on?
Hold
on, I gotta check this out. I gotta make sure that this isn't just glitching on my computer. No way, Bobby Green or King Green, sorry, is not fighting anymore. Damn, it's true. It's gone 2 hours ago. 6 hours ago. All right. Whatever. King Green versus Diego Ferreira is not going to be happening, so we're going to move on to the next one. We have Chase Hooper versus Anthony Hernandez. Chase Hooper is 16-3-1, and Anthony Hernandez is 16-8. 3, 2, 1. Chase Hooper. He's my GOAT. I love Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper's in my top 10 guys of all time. Hopefully he gets this win. Yeah, top 15 opponent next. Next up, we have Jessica Andrade versus Lupe Gonzalez. I think that's how. So either Jessica Andrade or Lupe. Jessica Andrade, 26-14. Lupe is 13-5. Jessica Andrade has been on a downslide lately, but I have not seen anything too impressive out of Lupe. All right. 3, 2, 1. Jessica Andrade. We both have Jessica Andrade. All right. Our main event. Oh, nope, not yet, apparently. All right. Next fight, Gerald Meerschaert versus Michael Olajaychuk for the middleweight division. 37-19 for GM3. And Olajaychuk is 20-9 with 1 no contest. Michael Olajaychek's really good. He's been getting screwed out of some fights recently. Nah, that Kevin Holland one, he didn't get screwed. It was over. His arm looked like it snapped. 3, 2, 1, GM3.
Olajaychek.
All right, you got Olajaychek. I got GM3. Okay, now it's time for the main event of the prelims. We have by Slanger Sukarv. BS. His initials are BS. He's 9-0 versus Eric Nolan, who's 8-3. 3, 2, 1. BS. This guy BS fought 3 days ago on the Dana White Contender Series. He just won his contract on the Dana White Contender Series 3 days ago, and he's going to be fighting tomorrow or on Saturday. Isn't that great? Well, it's 2 days ago, actually, because he fought on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And now he's going to be fighting on Saturday. It's the closest 2 fights anyone has ever had in the UFC. It beat Chimaev's record of 1 week. Damn. So 4 days is now the closest 2 fights in UFC history. Dana White Contender Series on Tuesday. Saturday he gets to get his debut on a pay-per-view. So it's pretty impressive. Hopefully he wins BS all the way to the top. All right, main card time. This is where I start to take my advantage. So we have Tim Elliott versus Kai Asakura. Kai Asakura making his return from his fight against Pantoja. His debut, lost to Pantoja. He's now in his second fight against Tim Elliott. Tim Elliott is 21-13-1. Kai Asakura is 21-5-0. 3, 2, 1. You got Kai Asakura. I got Tim Elliott. I think Tim Elliott is going to use his grappling very effectively the same way Pantoja did. I think he's going to get the rear naked choke on Kai Asakura. Very similar to how Pantoja did. I really think that's how this fight's going to go.
Tim Elliott don't sound like a threat.
He's a grappler, dude. I mean, 21-13-1 isn't the best record, but...
He sounds like a serial killer businessman.
We'll see how it turns out, but I think Tim Elliott's going to get the grappling advantage, and I think he's going to pull out the win. But Kai Asakura is really cool, so I wouldn't be upset if he won. Next up, we have Jared Cannonier versus Michael Venom Page. We've got MVP versus Jared Cannonier. Cannonier is 18-8. Michael Venom Page is 23-3-0. Page is coming off of a win over Shara Bullet. And Jared Cannonier is coming off of a win over, I'm pretty sure, RoboCop, Gregory Rodriguez. Yeah, he is. I think he just beat Gregory Rodriguez. His only losses, Jared Cannonier at middleweight, Robert Whittaker, Israel Adesanya, Khalil Bahalio, and Nasruddin Imavov. If you've noticed anything about those 4 names, it's the 2 guys that are about to be fighting for an opportunity at the world title, and then 2 guys that have been world champ. So Jared Cannonier is really fucking good. I just want to point that out. Michael Venom Page, on the other hand, I think he's outsized in this fight. I don't know. He's got his whole point fighting thing, but I don't know if that's going to work. Jared Cannonier just runs at you and just kind of pushes you up against the cage and starts using his size.
Is overrated.
If you say so, but he's only 4 losses at middleweight against 4 of the best guys in the world. And one of them, Nasruddin Imavov, who's the number 1 guy in the world, that was a fluke win over Jared Cannonier. I'm just going to say that.
If Jared Cannonier wins, title shot.
No, not over MVP. MVP's not even ranked at middleweight. 3, 2, 1. Jared Cannonier. You just said he's washed, and then you picked him. All right. Next up, we've got Jeff Neal versus Carlos Pratas. It's the fight that was supposed to happen last time Carlos fought. I think he lost to Ian Gary. It was supposed to be Jeff Neal that night. Now the fight gets lined up again, and it's going to happen. This is going to be a great fight. I love this fight. I was so excited for this last time it was going to happen, and I'm very excited for it now. 3, 2, 1. Carlos Pratas. We both got CP. Yeah, I think he puts him unconscious, honestly. I think Jeff Neal is hands of steel. He's got really good hands, but I think that Carlos Pratas could put that on his chin. Lerone Murphy versus Aaron Pico. Lerone Murphy is 16-0, coming off of a win over Josh Emmett. Aaron Pico is 13-4, making his UFC debut. He was supposed to be fighting Avloyev last month. That fight fell out, so now he gets the co-main event spot against Lerone Murphy. Lerone took this fight on short notice. Technically, Aaron did too, but he's kind of been in training camp. All right, Lerone Murphy, Aaron Pico. 3, 2, 1. Lerone Murphy. We both got Lerone. How do you think Lerone gets it done?
KO.
KO? You don't think he decisions him like he always does?
By KO.
Aaron Pico's got hands, and he's got good grappling.
KO.
He's been wrestling since he was 4 and boxing since he was 11.
I don't believe in it.
You don't believe in it? I don't either. I mean, he's 4 losses, and all 4 of those happen in, like, Bellator. It's like, come on, dude. You fucking lost 4 times in Bellator? Yeah, but... All right, now I'm not gonna keep trashing on Bellator. It's just that the Bellator fighters that come to the UFC kind of suck sometimes. All right, Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev. It's the main event. It is the moment we've all been waiting for. DDP is on. He's 23-2. He's on like an 8-fight win streak in the UFC. Chimaev is 14-0 on a 7-fight win streak in the UFC. Chimaev, of course, coming off of his win over Robert Whittaker. Sorry, his demolishment of Robert Whittaker. And DDP coming off of his win over Sean Strickland. His second win over Sean Strickland. Kind of demolished him in that fight too, but Strickland's hard to finish. Yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking too much about this. Let's just go for it. 3, 2, 1, flip.
Dricus du Plessis.
I've got Khamzat Chimaev. All right. How do you think DDP gets it done? Talk a little bit about it as long as you want to.
By sheer willpower.
By piano falling on Chimaev.
Literally, I think Chimaev's gonna go. I think Chimaev's gonna knock DDP down or get some type of weird way of getting DDP. DDP's gonna roll over and get some fairy tale win. I'm telling you.
I think that the only way DDP can win is if one of the light fixtures, like one of the lights that hang above the octagon, if one of those fall, hit Chimaev right on the head, maybe it becomes a no contest, DDP gets to hold on to his title. Other than that Looney Tunes ass shit, I think Chimaev goes in, ragdolls him, chokes him out in the first round. It's just my personal opinion. If DDP makes it through the first round, second round is going to be a lot harder for Chimaev. It's going to be a lot harder. DDP might actually be able to finish him in the second, third, fourth, fifth rounds. First round, if you don't make it through that first round, there's nothing. And I think Chimaev is going to go fucking ham, just straight for him, the same way he did it with everyone else, but I don't think Dricus is as good takedown defense as Usman or Burns. I think he has good takedown defense. I just think that Chimaev is going to get him down and choke him out in the first round. It's my personal opinion. Do you think DDP finishes Chimaev? Decisions him? Chokes him out? Knocks him out? Do you think ties him up into a little pretzel, bounces him like a basketball? It's going to be some Looney Tunes ass shit.
I think it goes to decision. Both of these fighters are 2 fighters that have very strong willpower, so I don't see neither of them giving up without a fight.
Do you remember that one clip of that one guy from The Ultimate Fighter?
You're on now. I can't let you get close.
No, like he ran into the guy and like went for a takedown, but he kind of like hit his head on the guy's hip and knocked himself out.
Yeah.
I Looney Tunes ass shit that might happen in this fight. Something's gonna happen where it's gonna be real weird and DDP's gonna take advantage. If that doesn't happen though, Chimaev's gonna walk right through him, and I think Chimaev is gonna be world champ for a little while. I personally think that. I think that he has the advantages over DDP. I keep on saying DDP has... every fight I say DDP is going to lose. And he keeps winning. So I don't know. But if he beats Chimaev, he's undoubtedly like number 3 pound for pound in the world.
Every time I have DDP, he wins.
If DDP finishes Chimaev, do you think he's over Merab in the pound for pound rankings?
Mm-hmm.
You think so? I agree. I mean, finishing Chimaev, finishing Izzy, finishing Robert Whittaker, and beating Sean Strickland twice, both by unanimous decision, that puts you number 3 pound for pound. I don't care about Merab decisioning Triple C and Piotr Jan and Umar.
Just being able to finish Sean O'Malley.
His only finish is O'Malley. He also beat him by decision. But, I mean, I think the caliber of competition that DDP has beaten is just higher.
And a lot bigger and stronger.
Exactly. So if he finishes Chimaev, I think number 3 pound for pound. You can't put him over Islam and Ilya, but you can put him over Merab. Pantoja would probably sit at 5. Ankalaev and Tom Aspinall and Volkanovski are right behind them. JDM obviously at the bottom of the champs list. But, yeah, I mean, there's not much else to really argue with that. I mean, DDP would definitely be higher pound for pound than Merab. A lot of you probably like Merab. I know we have a lot of fans from Georgia now. Yeah, I don't know. I think just DDP is just higher competition, higher caliber competition. I think that's just, like I was saying about Pantoja and Demetrius Johnson earlier, you got to take into consideration the higher caliber of competition. You just do. Do you have anything else you want to talk about before we sign off? Because I don't. We've got Canelo and Crawford coming up, but that's not for a little while. I have not heard anything about Rakhmonov. Haven't heard a single thing. I want to see him in the world title fight, but that's obviously not happening since Islam's getting the fight against JDM. So I think Rakhmonov's just going to wait. I think he's just going to wait. If Islam beats JDM, Rakhmonov, and Ilia Topuria, GOAT. GOAT. 100%. Greatest of all time. No one touches him. No argument. There won't be like the argument between Jones and GSP where like, oh, Jones with the steroids, GSP lost 2 fights. There won't be an argument.
No,
if Islam
Islam
beats,
had the IV. He had the IV. The IV.
It won't matter. If Islam beats JDM, Rakhmonov, and Ilia Topuria, he's the GOAT. There's no discussion. Like, it literally wouldn't be a competition. He'd just be so far out ahead. Like, John Jones wouldn't even be in the conversation anymore if Islam beats JDM, Rakhmonov, and Ilia Topuria.
So what if John Jones comes back and beats Tom Aspinall and Francis?
I hope that John Jones stays retired because I'm so sick of hearing about him wanting to fight people.
What if... No, but I'm saying, like, on a real imaginary, if Islam...
Then that would put Jones back in pound for pound. If he beats Aspinall...
Even if Islam beat the same guys?
Yeah, 100%. If he beats Tom Aspinall and Francis Ngannou, then yeah, that would put John Jones, cement him back in the pound for pound, number 1 GOAT all time.
Forever.
If he beats those 2 guys, yeah, 100%. Islam would need like 2 more wins after beating JDM, Rakhmonov, and Ilya. He would also need to then go on to beat like
D.D.P or something.
Yeah, maybe like move up to middleweight, win the middleweight title. He'd have to do something big. But yeah, I mean, that's about it for us. You got anything else you want to say? I think that's it. All right, thank you guys. Oh yeah, wait. Comments. We got to read our comment. All right.
I can't believe you almost forgot.
I can't believe I almost forgot too. I was talking about it earlier. All right. So our top comment is from DJ Murray 9888, and it says, "I don't quite understand why you would say Dominic Reyes is skipping the line. He's on a 3-fight KO streak, isn't skipping past Yuri, and the only other person he lost to besides Yuri in front of him is Jan Blachowicz. Keep it up, though, guys." And then I responded, because I was the one who claimed that Dominic Reyes is kind of skipping the line if he beats Carlos Oldberg. I said, if Reyes wins against Oldberg, that would put him above Khalil in the rankings, behind only Yuri and Alex. I think he needs a little more time before he becomes top 3. That's all I'm claiming. I think Khalil should be in front of Dominic Reyes. So if Dominic beats Oldberg, and then Khalil goes to number 3, and Dominic stays at 4, I think that would make more sense. He just can't skip
Yuri, right?
No, Khalil is going to fight Yuri coming up.
Okay.
That fight's coming up on the Alex Pereira Ankalaev card. But you don't get to just skip past Khalil Roundtree with a win over Carlos Oldberg. Like, I just don't see that But, like, I that's fair. Like, I think Dominic Reyes, if he beats Oldberg, definitely belongs in the top 5. I think he'd just be skipping the line a little bit if he gets put at number 3 behind only Yuri and Alex.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, he's definitely not right behind Yuri and Alex. You disagree, though. You think Dominic Reyes is the GOAT, so.
Yeah.
Except when he fights John Jones.
He is.
I love that I'm the Dominic Reyes defender when we're talking about the John Jones fight, but any other situation, you defend Dominic Reyes, and I don't.
That's not true.
How is that not true?
I think you're just biased. You're just biased to the real
objective.
fighters that move the needle.
I'm completely objective.
You like fighters that
unobjective.
don't
I am
move the needle.
unobjective. I don't have a preference. Like,
you're-
I have my favorites, but I could also look at a fight, like, without that.
You're unobjectively objective.
What? All I'm saying is that Dominic Reyes beat John Jones in that one specific fight. Outside of that fight, I'm not the biggest Dominic Reyes fan. I don't think that he's put on many professional.
Name me 3 fighters with a better legacy than John Jones.
I can't. But that doesn't matter about that one specific fight. Objectively, Dominic Reyes won that fight.
Objectively, John Jones had 2 10-8 rounds. 2 10-8 rounds. That's crazy. Pure domination.
Like, I don't have to like Alex Pereira to still say that he is one of the best lightweights in the world, light heavyweights in the world. Like, you don't, like, you could take out your own personal opinions on someone and talk about that person outside of your own personal opinions.
But you can say that about Pereira because it's true.
And I can say that about Dominic Reyes beating John Jones because it's true.
It's not true because it hasn't happened.
But it did happen.
It hasn't happened on paper.
Out of it.
It hasn't happened on video. It hasn't happened on DVD. It hasn't happened. John Jones won that fight.
We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. Maybe next week. Maybe next week when you come on the podcast, we'll do our fight review for Reyes versus Jones.
You know what? And by then, I have my belt back.
Yeah, right? Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm world champ. You see this, buddy? All right. Thank you guys for watching the Hardcore and the Casual podcast. I've been your host, Justin. This has been my co-host, Elijah. Thank you guys for watching our 319 live reaction. Don't forget to like, share, or not live reaction. We're going to do a live reaction, so check out our live reaction when we do our live reaction over the weekend. It'll probably be up Sunday morning. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing, because I hope you've already done that by this point in the video. And watch our live reaction this Sunday. And peace out. MMA fans, if you want more content like this, please click right here. Go under playlists and check out all the variety we have to offer. And if you want a suggestion on where to start, click on this video right here. If you want to be up to date or communicate with us on any of our social media platforms, check out That Casual HQ. And we will see you all soon. Stay casual.